Yo, what is up, guys? And we are back for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And you guys are never going to believe this, but I actually no-itemed Realm of Gods on my very first try. Said no one ever. So this is the no-item run finally completed on Realm of Gods. Realm of Gods, okay, so I just kind of want to, this is a disclaimer, right? This is not for the faint of heart, attempting no-item runs on this stage, because you get shit like that. So right off the rip, the very first attack of the match, we get a super attack, right? We get super attacked by Hercule. Now, luckily, UI Goku able to dodge. So UI Goku, doing these no-item runs or these no-item attempts on Realm of Gods, Super Battle Road, has really made your boy realize that STR UI Goku is an absolute monster, right? Like, he is for sure. But, like, right there, he gets hit 2 times in a row. Not the greatest thing. Now, fortunately for us on this run, he does dodge the really, really important attacks. But that Int UI Goku can completely fuck you over by not dodging. Guess what? STR UI Goku can do it too. So here's the thing is, like, he's getting a lot less defense from his own leader skill. Now, what I could have done, and maybe I should have done, but I felt like this was the team. Like, I really felt like this was the team. This is a very, very powerful team for sure. But what I could have done is possibly run an Int UI Goku as a friend, or I could have run my own and used an STR UI Goku friend and gotten a little bit more HP, a little bit more attack, and a little bit more defense. But at a certain point, I'm like, is 20% really going to be worth it for the 70% chance to dodge right off the bat? And then there's Int God Goku absolutely putting in work. Int God Goku was definitely a pinnacle of this run. And he definitely helped put me over the edge just in general, like for getting the no-item run. Because I've done, regardless of what I said in the beginning, I don't know if I'm exaggerating or not, but the runs kind of start to run together, if you will. I think a realistic number of attempts, I don't know, maybe like, I gotta say it was over 100. I mean, it maybe 200, maybe 500, maybe 5,000. I really don't know. Like, honestly, just like the amount of times, like, the RNG would not go your way. There were a lot of runs, so just to kind of put it out there, there were a lot of runs where I would get obliterated. In the very first stage, UI Goku would get hit by like King Choppa and Devilman like 3 times in a row on normals, and we would just die, right? Because he would take 120 on normals before he even dodged at all. So that kind of shit happens for sure, and that happens even when you've like got items active and whatever else. But doing the no item run, this is you really need every single little thing to fall your way. And like I said, finally your boy was able to have that happen. So in this first stage, what I found out is that taking down Hercule and Videl, they are by far the 2 most annoying units on the stage. They attack more than any of the other 3, like by a landslide. I mean, they're attacking usually in every single slot, and then the other 3 are attacking, usually 1 to 2 times, like, and that's it. So taking them down first is definitely the way to go. And then in terms of, we got lucky there with the crit. Again, like, the RNG really was on our side, right? So getting a crit on Panput was really, really important there, because now it's just 1 less dude we have to worry about, right? Usually in Super Battle Road, trimming the numbers is the way to go, generally speaking. Now, unless you are closing in on a Dokkan attack, which is an attack all, where maybe you'd want to spread out the damage so you have the potential of taking down everyone with 1 shot. So you'll find out a little bit later on that we did get unlucky when it came to the Dokkan attack, but we'll go over that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, right? But in God Goku, like I said, he was the one who really kind of put me over the top here. I mean, getting that 50% chance to crit, he greatly raises for 3 turns his attack and defense on his 18 key, and then for 1 turn on his 12 key. So it wasn't a complete waste if you only got the 12 key super with him. The thing about him on this team is we do have quite a few pure Saiyans on it. So no hybrid Saiyans, but we at least have a few pure Saiyans on it. I guess looking at it, we actually don't have as many as I thought. We really only we only have the two, right? The two UI Gokus. So we could have maybe built the team a little bit more around him. But in reality, like, this is what I knew, that this was the team that had to do it. So the layout of this team. So we have the STR UI Goku, right? Starting there. Obviously a very, very good leader for Realm of Gods. That Key 4 is very, very helpful, particularly to a unit like Jiren, who's not going to link up incredibly well with everyone on this team. You know, he's got shocking speed. So, you know, a lot of the other units do not have shocking speed, you know, including the Supreme Opie. I actually do believe Gowasu and Zamasu have it, but they're not going to be able to link up with them every single time. So UI Goku, though, that 70% chance to dodge, obviously he builds up attack and defense permanently, you know, every battle as he dodges. And the one thing that I definitely found out is STR units are not ideal for this stage at all. Like, if you're going for just like a normal, like just trying to beat the stage, STR units are not the way to go, and it's because of these first two rounds. So you had Devilman and then King Choppa in the last stage, right? Two AGL units, and then you have a very powerful AGL unit over here in this run in Master Roshi. Master Roshi could potentially be the one of the, he's probably, him and Krillin are probably the most annoying units on this whole entire run. Not too bad from that God Goku. Keep in mind, that was 1.95, I believe. Now, keep in mind that he does, we didn't get it there, but he has a 50% chance to crit, 50% chance to dodge, greatly raises for 3 turns, as I just mentioned, on his 18 key super, his attack and defense. So really, really good right there. If he would have got the crit, I mean, obviously, we possibly, I mean, I don't know, it's tough to say, like, what would have happened, but I think probably Grandpa Gohan would have been taken down. Yeah, because look at that, we finish, I think we're going to finish with a sliver of health here. Yeah, we were not able to take him down there. So that's one. Now, luckily, we got very, very lucky that no one was attacking in that first slot. So now we're going to be able to take down Grandpa Gohan here. But kind of the remainder of the team, so Jiren, I felt like I brought kind of to a fault. Jiren is like a really, really solid unit to bring here. But the only thing is, so a couple of things, is like he is going to tank very, very well when he is linked up with Gowasu and Zamasu, because they both share Cold Judgment. And then, of course, you know, Gowasu and Zamasu providing 70% defense. And then 2 key, of course, but 70% defense to Jiren, and then, of course, to UI Goku as well. So Jiren is actually he's not even really going to get hit that much by Master Roshi. So between Gowasu and Zamasu having Cold Judgment, if you guys are not familiar, Cold Judgment is a 20% defensive link. So that made Jiren a really, really strong tank. He does get attack and defense 130%, but primarily why I brought him, see, only 16k is nothing compared to what some of our other units are taking from normals. But yeah, 130% attack and defense, and primarily why I brought him is his, he has a medium chance to stun the whole entire enemy field, which we were able to activate a couple key times down the stretch. But if you look here, like, look at this, dude. We're trying to operate at literally 11 or 12% HP. This is not looking great for us. I actually did not think we were going to get the dub here. I've had so many runs where I was in this exact situation. Int God Goku or STR UI Goku just wouldn't dodge and we would die. I mean, it was just that simple, and I thought for sure we were on our way to doing the same thing. Also keeping in mind, so what I wanted to do here is go ahead and seal up Master Roshi. And just keep him sealed, because Master Roshi, like I said, is definitely the most annoying character in this particular stage. This second fight. And then there he is, over 2 million, by the way. So got that second raise of his attack and defense. So now, offensively and defensively, he's going to be pretty strong for the remainder of this second fight. And then there's STR UI Goku, you know, closing in on a 3 million attack stat. Now, yes, we do have support on rotation, of course. And it looks like potentially, it's hard to know for sure. Did she have her full passive active? I don't believe she did. I think she hits for around 450k when she does, at least on this particular build. So right there, she massively raised her defense. And we had the guard active, of course, against an AGL opponent. And then your boy, Jiren, gets the big time stun. Like I said, very, very clutch stun down the stretch. I have no fear in attacking Master Roshi here, so what I think I decided to do is attack Master Mutaido with UI Goku, and remembering that Jiren gets that guaranteed crit when the opponent is stunned. Another really, really cool part about his cards. So when you are in a stage where the opponent can be stunned and Jiren activates that stun, I think it's probably a good idea to prioritize additionals for Jiren, because even on additional normals, he will get that crit. So, like I said, I had no fear in attacking Master Roshi with an STR unit. And then again, you know, giving this boy full additionals, I think, is the way to go. I really do. Or at least, like, you know, 12 additional or something. You know what I mean? Like, prioritize additional a little bit on him. Don't necessarily just give him 20 crit. But again, that was a very, very clutch stun, and we definitely would not have got the dub without it. No freaking chance in hell. Not able to see Fizz VB go off too much in this run. But, you know, again, just enough, right? So I'm checking defenses here. 100, was that 24,000, I think. And what I decided was, is that, you know, God Goku having type advantage against Mutaido, I thought that that was the way to go, even though the Crane Hermit, Master Shen, is attacking as well in that first slot. So really, I'm just counting on a big dodge. You know, and then also I wanted to put Int God Goku. This is where I was talking about earlier where we got a little unlucky. I wanted to put Int God Goku in that first slot because he's got that 50% chance to crit, you know, and then my STRUI Goku only has a 10% chance to crit, because I wanted, obviously, the maximum amount of healing I possibly could. So, but anyway, so we've gone over Int God Goku, we've gone over STRUI Goku, we've gone over Jiren. So a couple of the other units on this team, the Supreme Oppai. So I imagine if you're a new player, I mean, even if you're an old or returning player, you probably know a little bit about her by now, because every content creator uses her because she's a really, really good support unit. She provides 30% attack and defense, and 3 key. And as I mentioned, so we are on a double 4 key leader skill. So essentially, what does that mean? Every time she's on rotation, number one, she's sealing up because everyone's going to guaranteed super attack because everyone's starting at 11 key without key links. So it's kind of crazy, right? So having her on the team is really, really, there it is right there. So like, especially like providing, you know, crucial key to the LRUI Goku, because of course LRUI Goku on this turn, he's not going to be able to build up ki because Jiren got a very, very clutch stun again. Another clutch stun by Jiren. When I was entering this fight, I said, okay, Jiren, if you're ever going to come through for me right now, dude. And sure enough, he did. And honestly, I do have to say, like, as much as I have like criticized Jiren and stuff, like he's okay, right? But like these stuns are just absolutely OP. But Supreme Oppai, so providing all of that support, she also does have a second part of her passive skill where she could potentially provide an additional 12% attack defense and crit chance. So up to 42% attack defense and then a 12% chance to crit when she is fully active. And I believe it's a high chance or a great chance. I believe it's a great chance. A very critical double super attack when the opponent is stunned. So we get the double super double crit. So we almost take out Yamcha. Now, unfortunately, for Supreme Oppai, so we did seal up what Tien here, right? Yeah, we sealed up Tien, but Yamcha not quite taken down. So we still have a lot of work to do here, guys. I forget what I end up doing here. So UI Goku is still kind of our best option here in that first slot. Even if, you know, Yamcha attacks us and connects, like, we're not going to die or anything, but I was really worried if God Goku got hit by Krillin. So I decided to put him in that second slot, even though Krillin's attacking in that second slot. I don't know, it seemed right. Oh, no, I guess, sorry, a lot of this run runs together, forgive me. So it looks like I go ahead and put him in the third slot to try to avoid as many attacks from Krillin as possible, just in case he gets tagged by Krillin. The one thing you don't want in any stage of Super Battle Road, nice dodge, but the one thing you don't want is to get tagged with a type disadvantage super attack, and that's what makes category SBR, you know, quite challenging, right? Going back to when it first came out, when you compare that to monotype Super Battle Road, when you had type advantage the whole entire way through, very, very nice dodges by Goku. Did not get hit one single time. Very, very good. A nice double super here. Do we get the double crit? We do. So huge, just monumental. Some really, really good damage to Tien. But yeah, that's what makes category Super Battle Road so tough, is that that type disadvantage that you have. Now, we didn't get any crit counters, which was kind of a bummer, but it just is the way it goes sometimes. Hopefully we can get a crit from God Goku here. Again, a 50% chance. There we go. Get a nice crit. Get hit there for a lot, but we dodge, you know, a very important normal attack there. So no stun by Jiren. I was hoping he would come through again, but at a certain point, like, I can't expect him to get stuns every single time he's on rotation. I mean, obviously it's nice, but you can't expect it after a certain point. Now, what I was trying to do here is try to maximize everyone's defense. So as you can see, there's that 20% additional defense when Jiren is linked up with Gowasu and Zamasu, who we have not talked about yet, but we will, of course. So I thought it was going to be really, really important to make sure that they were linked up together, so that way Jiren's going to be able to tank as best as possible. So I think if we continue to seal... Who do we seal up here? I forget. I feel like we keep Tien sealed, and then that way, you know, again, we can kind of avoid a type disadvantage super attack. I think that that's... No, it looks like we seal up Krillin. Boy, oh boy. Well, you guys know how it is. I can't be right 1000% of the time. So we do end up sealing Tien there with Gowasu and Zamasu, they are the last unit that I have not yet talked about. So Gowasu and Zamasu, okay, so they are a good support unit for sure. When they can activate that full part of their passive where they get that 50% chance to dodge, if you manage to pull enough copies of them to maximize their hidden potential system, like specifically like the you know, the stats, like the dodge, crit, additional, I would definitely recommend going full dodge. That way, not only do you have to see, because of that exact thing right there, so that way you have two separate procs to go ahead and activate their dodging ability. So that 50% chance from their passive, another double super attack from Jiren. Very, very nice. Lowered Tien's defense quite a bit here, so that's good. Do not take him out though. So, but again, with Gowasu and Zamasu on rotation, and of course having that Cold Judgment like active, you know, obviously Jiren able to tank very, very well there. So, but Gowasu and Zamasu, I would definitely recommend giving them full dodge, because boy, oh boy, it is so frustrating when they don't dodge. Oh my god, because they take so much damage. Even on normals, they take a lot of damage. So they get 70% defense. They provide 70% defense to everyone, right? But including themselves on their sort of banner unit only stats, it just really creates for them not to be super strong defensively. Now, again, if you can activate that dodge, you know, very, very good. They're very good, right? And in this run, they look very impressive because they didn't get hit all that often. And, but anyway, I think that they were worth bringing because they do seal on super attack. I wish they did a little bit more. I wish they like lowered attack and defense and sealed or something like that. I think that would make them just a little tiny bit better. But obviously still like a really good unit, like for sure. You know, any unit that has any % chance to dodge is going to be useful, especially in something like Super Battle Road, where you really want to avoid getting hit as much as possible. And then also, so this ability to seal. So we have Supreme Oppai essentially on one rotation, and then we have Gowasu and Zamasu on the other rotation. So it really seemed to work out well. So like now I'm going to be able to float Gowasu and Zamasu off, and at this point, after we take Tien down, we don't take any super attacks. I'm really, really liking our chances of winning here, which is not something I really thought at any point when I was doing these no item attempts on this particular stage. I just really thought we had it in the bag at this point, and obviously, you know, spoilers, but like we get it done, right? But having Gowasu and Zamasu floating around, having Supreme Oppai floating around, being able to seal up multiple opponents, you know, every 2 or 3 turns is really good. Because remember, a seal, that goes for the whole entire next turn so that your opponent is not able to super attack. More than likely, you're going down on a super attack. In Super Battle Road, like more than likely you are. So it obviously is really good in Super Battle Road to go ahead and do that. Now, that could have been ending. Like in so many other attempts, that exact circumstances happen where I feel pretty good about what's going to happen, And then he supers and UI Goku doesn't dodge and we die. Now, again, like, there we go. Int God Goku getting a very, very big crit right there against a type disadvantage opponent. Obviously, really, really nice. Gowasu and Zamasu getting yet another dodge. So, and then look at this, just to cap it all off. Jiren blesses us with one more stun. And then also keep in mind, Supreme Oppai having Cold Judgment as well. And Godly Power. So actually not a bad linking partner with Jiren. Obviously, Supreme Kai of Time. If she were a Fierce Battle unit, man, oh boy, like, she'd be even, like, just even more crazy, right? Like, providing that 15% attack link would have been huge, but at the very least, you know, providing Shattering the Limit to a unit like Int God Goku is really, really good on the Realm of Gods team. We get the crit just for a little insurance. We didn't really need it, obviously. And at this point, guys, like, we're going to seal up Krillin. We've got an STR unit on the next rotation. Obviously, like, we've got it in the bag at this point. This was a really, really surreal feeling. Like, I know, like, it seems like not a big, like, oh, what's the big deal, man? But, like, dude, this stage is absolutely ridiculous in terms of doing a no-item run. And it's just because of there's so many opportunities for you to get super attacked. That's what it is. And you really have to get lucky with the dodges. That's really what it is. You have to get lucky with the dodges. Like, right there, that wouldn't have hurt, obviously, and he is sealed. So we're not in any danger of taking any damage, but still, like, in so many runs, I've got to this third stage so many goddamn times, and I get supered 3 times off the bat and I'm dead. You know what I mean? So, but guys, we finally get the no item run on the Realm of God stage. Slap a like for the no item run and slap a like for your boy. Consider subscribing if you are new. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. It means so much, and I will catch all of you in the next one. Later.